If you clicked on this video, you are probably looking to work with a coach. Congratulations! This might just prove to be one of the best decisions you've ever made because coaching can change your life. It can also prove to be a bad decision. Not investing in coaching per se, but picking a coach that is not right for you or choosing someone who is not even a coach. Hello friends and welcome to the Savvy Corner. My name is Alisa and today we are going to talk about a subject that I am very passionate about. How to choose a coach that is right for you and how to differentiate between good coaches and not so good ones. Coaching is an investment and it's normal and advisable to think about it before you commit to anything. Now, I wouldn't be a good coach myself if I started to give you suggestions instead of letting you make your own choice. And that's your first red flag right there. A coach should never tell you what to do. That is not coaching. However, I do want your choice to be an informed one, which is why I've identified 6 elements that I believe are essential in defining a good coach. They all start with C for coaching. Let's jump straight in. The first thing to look for is competence. Do they have the right skills to facilitate the results you expect? Although you as the coachee are responsible for your results, a competent coach will be familiar with different techniques and approaches to guide you towards getting those results. And depending on your situation, some techniques will not be appropriate because they won't be treating the cause, but instead try to fix the symptoms. Also, beware of coaches who guarantee results. A good coach knows that it is the client who takes 100% responsibility for their results. And that's not the coach washing their hands of any responsibility, but coaching is not a pre-packaged solution with predictable outcomes. Every client is different and their coaching experience will be too. How do you test competence? Look at the person's track record. What are their former clients saying about them and their services? Are they visible as a contributor in their field? Do you get value from them without even working together via the content and the information they share and the way they engage in relevant discussions about their area of expertise? It's difficult to measure competence when you have not experienced coaching with that person before, but these are all good indicators to look for. The second thing you want to look for when choosing a coach is connection. You need to be able to relate to your coach and their style of working if you are going to have a successful coaching engagement. And that is not necessarily about liking them as a person, although that's important too, but rather identifying whether you share the same values and if their approach to coaching resonates with you. I, for example, have a very direct way of working with people. I give a lot, but I also ask for 100% commitment and I'm not afraid to challenge my clients. That approach can be just what some people need, but it doesn't work for everyone. A good coach will always discuss expectations before you engage in working together, and you can tell what their style is by the way they approach this conversation. A coaching engagement will last for a few months or even a few years in some cases. If you can't connect to your coach, if you're not quite the right fit for each other, it will be difficult to maintain a harmonious coaching relationship. The third thing to look for is commitment. People talk about commitment all the time, mostly from the client's point of view of being all in and willing to take action. However, the coach also needs to commit to coaching in general and its code of ethics, to your coaching relationship, and to you and your success as the client. A good coach knows that the end goal of coaching is for you to become your own coach. In other words, to develop the skills necessary to continue to see great results beyond the coaching engagement. A good coach will never try to create a dependency relationship and will know when it's time to let you fly the nest, despite the direct conflict between that action and their revenue line. If you're getting value from the video so far, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. It really helps to support the channel, and I thank you in advance if you do. The fourth thing I want to talk about are credentials. The coaching industry is not yet regulated and therefore anyone can call themselves a coach, and many people do. However, that doesn't mean that coaching qualifications are not necessary in order to learn how to coach. In fact, I think they are extremely important. There is a very fine line between coaching and other disciplines such as mentoring, training, consulting, or therapy, for example. A good coach will be trained to recognize when the client's problem goes beyond their level of competence and refer them to a different specialist. If the coach can wear multiple hats, they will ask for the client's permission to step outside the coaching realm and to act in a different capacity. But an untrained coach can do more harm than good if they start venturing into shaky territory with clients who need therapy or counseling or who have severe mental health issues. With financial coaching, for example, there is a danger that an untrained coach will start offering financial advice inadvertently. Financial advising is a highly regulated industry in the UK and in other parts of the world, and therefore they might be breaking the law if they offered advice without being regulated. If you want to take this matter of credentials even further, look at the accreditation bodies behind the coach's qualification. A course accredited by a reputable coaching body meets certain quality criteria that unaccredited courses cannot guarantee. In addition to that, accredited courses usually come with membership of those coaching bodies, which requires compliance with their code of ethics and standards of practice and a commitment to continuous professional development. I will add the websites of the main coaching bodies in the description box below in case you're not familiar with them. The fifth element is confidence. This is a big one for me, and it's what I also look for in my coaches. How confident are they talking about their area of expertise? Do they believe in what they say? Do they trust themselves to help me get results? How do they respond to my questions and my objections? A lot of your observations regarding these questions will come from the conversations you have with them and from their non-verbal communication. However, you might be surprised to hear that their prices are also a reflection of their confidence. Are their prices in line with market rate? And if not, what is that telling you? Let me help. It might be an indication of their business model. High volume, for example, if their prices are low. But it might also indicate the value that they themselves place on their services. Pricing is something that requires calculations and market research, but also a lot of mindset work. I have a few resources on the topic which I will link for you in the description box if you're interested in studying pricing further. Going back to confidence, it's not just about the self-confidence the coach has, but also the confidence they have in you. A good coach will believe in you before you can believe in yourself. Ironically, this requires a lot of self-confidence and the understanding that the coaching engagement is not about them, but about you, the client. And finally, there's courage. Coaching is a journey into the unknown, and a good coach will not be afraid of that. They will be willing to challenge you and take you to places that they know you probably don't want to go. A good coach will know when you need a dose of courage, and they will lead by example by being courageous themselves. You know what else takes courage? Saying no. A good coach dares to say no, whether it's for ethical reasons or to be very clear about both your expectations. You can trust that a coach who says no will not make compromises further down the line. If you are a coach yourself and you'd like to gain more confidence, there are 3 steps you need to take before you get there, courage being one of them. I filmed a video where I explain this in more detail, which I will link for you here and in the description box below. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please check out these other 2 videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alisa, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.